Hey guys, Jared Chunks 21 here. So first and foremost, this is a storytime vlog. A lot of you guys expressed that you wanted vlogs, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys some more vlogs. This is gonna have two stories in it, all about my childhood as what we did for fun. I've told a couple of stories about it, but I'm gonna tell a little bit more. Before I do that though, I want to get into some stuff. First and foremost, as many of you guys know, towards the end of this month, right around, I believe it's the 28th. Yeah, right around the 28th. There'll be no more live streams. There might not be any videos until right around the 11th of April. I'm going on vacation up to Indiana, and I'll be staying in hotels where it takes several hours with 200 meg internet to upload videos. Here, I don't want to imagine how long it would take in a hotel with 50 meg internet. And the live stream would just be shit. I will, of course, record plenty of videos. I plan to record lots of vlogs up there on my phone. If you guys a show of where we're eating and everything, you know, that kind of stuff. You get to meet some of my friends. The big thing is that next week, to make up for the fact that there's not going to be any live streams for several weeks, let me actually do a quick look here. 1, 2. So we'd miss 2 live streams. So to make up for that, of course, I am doing my live stream tomorrow. This is being recorded, well, actually, it'll be today, because I'm recording this on Friday, and it's gonna go up 8 a.m. on Saturday, which is when our live stream is at 6. We'll probably be playing some Fortnite next week. Every day next week, we will be doing a live stream. I won't be drinking every day, only on Saturday. I want to conserve my Jameson. It's up there on my shelf. But other than that, there'll be no videos those days, mostly because I'm tapped out on content ideas. What I've been putting out on Twitter is that the GTA, the last episode, the one that airs today, Friday, which would be yesterday. God, I gotta get used to doing that. The EMP series takes a lot out of me. It took 3 hours to shoot, because while I did start right before 1 a.m., I'm counting it at midnight because that's when I started production of it. That's when I booted the computer up. I got myself a glass. I got myself something to drink, so I wouldn't have to leave the room during recording. I wrote down all the ideas I wanted to do. I did research. That's what took a lot of time, was just figuring out if I could do what I wanted to do, which I count as part of the process. Some creators might not count it that way, but I do. So that adds, that's 3 hours right there. By the time I finished, I spent 30 minutes getting the video into the editor, into the places, because they were recorded in clips. And when they're recorded in clips, I have to place them in specific order, so that way it blends seamlessly. So you don't get like the part where I'm getting shot at the airport, or the part where I'm getting shot at the base right away, because that's stupid. Why would I be getting shot at right away when you guys left off? I was going on another mission. So what I'm doing, so that took 30 minutes because my editing software kept having issues. I kept trying to put stuff in too quickly, and it didn't like that. It did not like that at one bit. And then I got done putting everything in and getting it set up so it's in the format I want, right about 4 o'clock. I'm going to call it 4 o'clock. It was 3:36, 3:40, right around there. So I'm calling it 4 o'clock. It was not done rendering into the file format HD 1080p 60 frames a second until 9 a.m. It took 5 hours to render that clip. That's 40 plus minutes of video. And that took a lot out of me. I didn't go to sleep in case my editing software crashed, which would make me go back and redo it. So I stayed up for 5 hours from midnight, pretty much from midnight all the way till 9 a.m. And it killed me. And I didn't go to sleep after that. By that time, my niece was awake. I am taking my niece back, and as much as I like to publicly say that she drives me freaking nuts, because she does. I don't know if you guys can really tell. I have really dark hair. I have pretty much black hair. And if you guys know anything about dark-haired people, we go gray really quickly. I've actually found gray hair from my niece. I'm 21 years old, and I've found a couple gray hairs because I have a 2-year-old that's almost always around me. And takes a lot out of you. So she's going back to my sister, and to be polite, her fiance. I don't really care for the guy myself, but that's between you and me. She's going back to them, the same time as the vacation. I think we're going up to Indiana. We're taking her to see my grandma and the rest of the family, and then on our way back, we're dropping her off. What that means is I've been cramming in time, spending time with her, even though that drives me freaking nuts. That is gonna have to be what it is. So, there's no videos next week, other than the live stream, which are at 6 p.m. If they're a couple minutes late or a couple minutes early, that's either because if they're early, it means I'm doing shit right and I'm actually keeping things straight, which almost never happens. If they're a couple minutes late, that means, something came up. I had something going on. Almost always, if they're going to be really late, like, I think at one point, one of my streams didn't air until 7 or 8 o'clock. And when I started the stream up, I immediately said, hey guys, this happened. Sorry. If that's the case, I'll put it out there if I can. There are occasions where I just can't put stuff out there. There's dead zones all around me, which make it very hard to send out a message on Twitter. All 11 of my followers, which most probably aren't even subscribers to the fucking channel, they probably are not going to be that active. They're probably not going to be, not going to care. But I really hope you guys follow me on Twitter. I hope you guys tune into the live stream. For those of you who subscribe due to my niece, again, she's not a permanent fixture of the channel. And I've said this before. For me to put a video of the Box King video, for example, that show two or three videos that I was getting ready to do and plan out. Because I can't fit my niece in my normal content. I can't bring my niece on to Irish doing bullets, which is, when we drink, play video games. I can't bring her into the EMP series because she's going to scream, she's going to disrupt the audio, and I don't like that. So when I put a special video out of her, it is special because it is very rare for me to do. So if you are subscribed thinking, hey, he's going to put out a whole bunch more videos of his niece, that's not happening. I will try to put out videos of her. I'll try to, do all that. If you guys want to follow the Twitter, I usually post funny photos. I think I just posted one a couple of days ago of my mom, who was a nurse, and my niece, who was dressed like a doctor at the time. And I said, Dr. Vicky and Nurse Susan are ready to see their patients. Line up outside. And it was nice. It was nice. So if you guys are subscribed for that content, I'm sorry. I'm glad you guys are subscribed. I really am. But if that's all you want, you're probably not going to get that much of it. I geared my channel towards the big things that drive me. There's occasional Pokemon videos. I've had 2 or 3 planned out, but I want help. and none of the big PokeTubers that I actually know and like, and actually, I don't want them because they're big channels. I want them because I feel like I can get along with them. It's very hard to get along with me. Just ask some of my exes. Oh God. Or ask Asylum. He can tell you. I'm a pain in the ass to get along with. So, the big thing I wanted to tell you guys was, there are other videos. I'm planning some Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Of course, video gaming is the big thing for me right now. I've got Fortnite. I'm getting Fallout New Vegas. I got to spend all day tomorrow probably downloading mods for it. I'm going to use Oxhorn's mod list because, Oxhorn's intelligent. He's smarter than me. That he is. But that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Is that this is just me telling you guys, hey, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I have to do it at the beginning because, actually, this is already 11 minutes long. I haven't even gotten into the stories, and I know 90% of you guys who watch this probably aren't going to watch the whole thing. If you do, I will leave a secret word at the end of the video. You mention that secret word down in the comments, and I will pin and like your comment. And I will personally give you, like, a very nice message. I'll even give you a shout-out. Fuck it. I'm small enough to give you a shout-out. Of course, there's two people that are probably always going to do it. You guys know who you are. I shout you out almost every chance I get. I always respond to you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. I can't preach how nice it is. I always see other YouTubers talk about, oh, this subscriber's great. He gives me the drive. Or just recently, I hear all these YouTubers say, man, I wish I could redo that video. And now that I've rewatched some of the GTA videos during editing, I can kind of understand. The audio crackles, and I really freaking hate it. But, hey, what can I do? But, I'm going to get into the stories now. So, story number 1, and I know this isn't a good transition. That's because I don't write scripts. I don't like scripted content. As you guys can see, I'm wearing the same shirt I always wear. Well, not always, but... My head was lagging for a second there. Sorry, guys. You can tell I have ADHD. I get amused by the silliest of things. Hi. It's still lagging. Probably because my CPU is shit. Oh. But anyways, into the stories. Story 1 involves, I don't know if any of you guys have ever had a trampoline, but, I was kind of the first person in my neighborhood to get one. And it didn't last that long. I think we picked it up at a garage sale. My mom and dad picked it up at a garage sale, I'm not sure. Either way, we got it. We did what normal country bumpkin teenagers and little kids do. We put random stuff on there. We occasionally sprayed it down with a hose, which was really hilarious to watch the fatter kids, Natalie, Nathan, and Tyler. Like, they're jumping and they'll hit a really wet patch and just... We didn't have that freaking safety net like you weaklings. We did not believe in that. We had this thing underneath a tree. With freaking little plants that had thorns on them they really freaking hurt. I think I'd rather step on broken glass than one of those. And it was hilarious. I think at one point Nathan, I think it was Nathan, flew off the trampoline and smack bang into the tree, and it was a really old tree. It freaking hurt. But the big thing is, we do random stupid stuff on there. We'd wrestle. We'd occasionally throw stuff into the center of the trampoline and try to, avoid it. And then you'd have jackasses like me who'd bounce and kind of direct it like a cruise missile at the people. When we did wrestle, you'd have people doing power bombs, choke slams. Hell, I think one guy, I think it was Kyle who did a tombstone pile driver. And we banned my one friend, Dylan, from doing drop kicks because he drop kicked. I think it was like my age. Might have been 1 year older. I think we were 12 or 13. I'm not sure. He drop kicked my buddy Kyle off the trampoline, and maybe 20, 30 feet away was our little brown shed that we used for storage, and at that time it was used by my dad to house his chinchillas when we had them. He drop kicked Kyle, and Kyle went boom right into the freaking edge of that freaking shed, and it was Kyle gets up and he's like just in pain. You can see it on his face. Dylan's sitting there laughing his ass off until Tyler just comes jumping in from out of nowhere. Like, I was sitting there. I'd already been knocked off the trampoline. I was really small, so it was easy to knock me off. It just bounced, and I flew the hell off. So Tyler comes running in. This was like a tag team affair. I think I was Dylan's partner, and I got knocked off by Kyle. I think he bounced and knocked me off. And Kyle and Tyler are partners, so Tyler comes in, and he jumps, and he just pretty much straight arm speared, like Roman Reigns, but before Roman Reigns was a wrestler, just spears Dylan off the edge of the trampoline. And he's just standing there like, oh, I am the greatest. This is until Natalie came in there and put him in a figure four freaking leg lock, and I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, I think we got popcorn. Because it was a rule. We couldn't get back on the trampoline if we were knocked off. So it was just Tyler and Natalie fighting. Nathan had already given up. He got locked in like a sharpshooter. I think Kyle and went crying away. But Natalie, she freaking, oh God. She slapped Tyler in that figure four leg lock, and he just sat there, and he's like, trying to act tough, and it's hilarious. It was hilarious to watch. And we didn't just wrestle on the trampoline. There were times where we settled our fights by wrestling on the hard ground. I think at one point it was winter, and the trampoline, we couldn't jump on it. It was covered in snow and ice. So what did Tyler do? Tyler suggested, hey, let's have a snow match. What the fuck's a snow match, Tyler? There's like 4 foot of snow over there. That fucking snow dune. That snow dune right over there? You want to wrestle on that? The thing's got ice and gravel in it. Tyler's over there sitting there. He's about to pop up powerbomb Dylan into this damn thing. I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, well, I better write his eulogy. Dylan was not a smart man, but he was not a stupid man. He just really liked Oreos. Next thing you know, I hear Dylan sitting there screaming his head off. Tyler had pop-up powerbombed him through the weakest part of the snowbank. So it wasn't reinforced with ice and gravel. This was just snow that had been compacted through vehicles going near it. And Dylan weighed like 120 pounds or something. I'm not sure. Tyler was my sister's age. He was like 15, 16 years old. Pop-up powerbomb Dylan right onto this. And it just, like the snow, you just see a cloud of snow. I'm looking over there. I'm like, did we find Narnia? Next thing you know, Dylan gets up, and he's like wobbling. He's like, oh, I just had a fifth of vodka. He takes one swing at Tyler, and Tyler just sidesteps it, and just boom! Back his palm right there is boom right in Dylan. Dylan just falls over. I'm sitting there like, I'm glad I did not insult Tyler's weight. There was some hilarious matches we did, like there was what we call a cage match, which all that was because we didn't have a cage. What we would do is we had 2 dog cages. We had an outside dog fence. We had one where our dog Domino was, and we had another where we could put the other 2 dogs, Foxy and Skeeter. Well, they were inside at the time. It was winter. Domino was also inside. So what did we do? One of the fences was like a 6-foot chain link fence, and the other was like an 8-foot chain link fence, the outer one that goes near our house. So what it is we started out in the one where Domino normally was, which is attached to our garage. It's the 6-foot one. And the rules were we would tie the gate closed, the gate with the latch. We would tie it closed with like rope or, you know, the rope or yarn or whatever that they use to bind hay bales and straw. Yeah, we used that to tie it closed, and we couldn't break it open. So we had to climb the fence, jump down, run to the 8-foot fence, and climb it and get over it. And FYI, the 8-foot fence was really wobbly. It was like bolted into the wooden fence, our wooden fence that surrounded our driveway. So what ends up happening is me, Tyler, Kyle, and I think it was Dylan was in this cage match. So while Kyle and Tyler are just slugging it out, like they're doing Attitude Era-esque moves. Like I think Tyler got a Stone Cold stunner. Tyler got back up, pedigreed Kyle right there on the freaking ground. By the way, it is amazing none of us have died. None of us died. Because we weren't playing around. We were actually trying to hurt each other. Yeah, Dylan almost got his leg broken in a figure 4 leg lock once. Me and Dylan were the ones climbing the fence, and we're climbing right next to each other. As the other end of the fence is rusted. It's got a hole right in the middle of it. So you get your leg caught in there, and you're just dangling like 3 feet off the ground. It's just scary as shit, because it gets stuck in your pants leg. I've actually had it happen to me once before, and it was scary as fuck. So me and Dylan are climbing up there, and we're trading blows like they do in Hell in a Cell. I'm like, damn it, Dylan, get down! You're gonna break the damn fence! It's not waiting for fat asses! Punching him. Now, I weighed 40 pounds, soaking fucking wet. Dylan weighed maybe 120. So, of course, he's hitting me back, and I'm actually, like, holding on to the fence. I'm like, cuts on my hand from the abrasions. Finally, Tyler's just had enough of this. He grabs Kyle and just throws him into the chain link fence, which wobbles this fucking thing and knocks me and Dylan down. Tyler just starts climbing this thing like fucking King Kong, like, he gets to the top, jumps off of the 6-foot top of it, and starts running for the 8-foot fence. Well, no one told us that there's no rules in a cage match. So what does Natalie fucking do? She's already climbed the 8-foot one, and she's sitting on top of it. As Tyler's coming close, she jumps off! She literally cannonballs off of it. Not like a full-blown cannonball, but she's jumping off and is going to land like she's trying to tackle someone like she's fucking Chuck Norris. Tyler sees this, he's like, oh, God damn it. Tyler's sitting there doing a silent prayer. He's like doing the Catholic thing, cross, Jesus, everything. He's like, dear Lord in heaven, please protect me. If I die, don't let Dylan take my Pokemon cards. Kyle's right behind him. Kyle, I was still on the ground. I was like, oh, what hit me? Is that a fucking freight train? Dylan's up on his feet. He's slugging it out with Kyle near the fence. Kyle just fucking has enough. He straight up shoulder tackles Dylan right into the wood fence, which to this day, when we left, it still had a hole from Dylan's fat ass in it. This was solid wood. Kyle's already climbed up there after that, and he's right behind Tyler, and he's got Tyler in a sleeper hold, while Natalie she's now decided, you know what, I'm not going to jump off this, I'm going to climb down. So she climbs down and gets in the match, and starts pounding on Tyler while Kyle's holding him in a sleeper hold. Finally, Dylan gets up after being shoved through a fucking fence, and he climbs up, he gets down and goes after Kyle, which Kyle Kyle abruptly ends that with a freaking sweet chin music, knocks fucking Dylan the fuck out. By the time the match was done, Dylan's unconscious still. Tyler has literally been choked out. Natalie is somehow the champion, even though she wasn't in the match. Kyle, I think I kicked Kyle in the nuts. I climbed the fence and I just kicked Kyle in the nuts. I just fuck it. Boom! Kicked him in the nuts. And then Natalie just got up and I'm like, I quit. So by the end of it, we're all injured. Nathan's over there on the freaking trampoline watching this, and he's laughing. He's like, these assholes will beat the crap out of each other. So what do? Me, Natalie, Kyle, Tyler, and Dylan all ganged up on Nathan and beat the shit out of him. I think he got off worse than all of us. We finally woke Dylan up. I think we sprayed him with a garden hose. And this was winter, so, our hose ran in the winter, but it was so fucking cold. Dylan wakes up and he's like, oh, God damn it, oh, I'm in hypothermia. I shout over, Dylan, quit being a pussy. We're going inside and watch SpongeBob in a second. We beat up on Nathan, gave him a black eye. I think we bloodied his nose. It was fucking hilarious. We go back inside. My mom's up. I think my dad was at work. My mom wakes up and she takes a look at Dylan, soaking wet, freezing cold. Tyler, got a choke mark on him, punch marks on his face and stomach. Natalie's over there. She got cuts on her arms from where she climbed the fence. Kyle's over here. He's got a bloody elbow. I think he cut his arm jumping off the 6-foot one. I'm over here. I've got deep cuts in my hands from where the chain link had got stuck, where you hold on to something and you get the deep imprint. And Nathan, who's got a black eye and a bloody nose, and she's just like, get the idiot who's freezing a blanket. The rest of you, go to the bathroom. There's a first aid kit, some antibacterial stuff. There's some freaking peroxide in there. Clean yourselves up. You don't look like you're fucking fought Nam. So, that was the story of how Natalie became the first ever Clinton County heavyweight champion of the world. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know I enjoyed recalling some of the stupider stunts. If you guys want to keep hearing about stupid shit I did as a kid, leave a like. Tell me what you want to hear about. There's plenty of choices. Just give me a rough draft. Give me a rough idea. See you guys next time. Oh, by the way, I'm adding this to the end. Surprise! I forgot to give you guys the word at the end of it. Also, I'm binge watching Naruto Shippuden. I realized I probably should watch it, being I like the original Naruto. So if you guys have any more anime that's kind of like Naruto, Fullmetal Alchemist, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball-esque style stuff, let me know. And the word of the day is pedigree. Leave it down in the comments for a shout out. See you guys.